Alright, in this video we are going to do a few giveaways. 1,500 subscribers. So milestone for me because less than a year ago I had less than 500 subscribers. So I've gained 1,000 over the past year. Like I said, that's not anything crazy for big time YouTube people, but for me, I'm happy. I appreciate you watching, commenting, providing feedback on my math tutorials or my KLWP tutorials. So thanks, and here's what we're going to do. Here's the giveaway. So 1,500 subscribers, thank you. For the KLWP folks or KWGT folks, I have 10 unlock keys. I have 10 keys for KLWP Pro, and then I also have 10 more keys for KWGT Pro. So if you have not pulled the trigger yet on getting the full version of KLWP or KWGT, you need to do it. Or here's your chance to get an unlock key for free. Now, if you already have KLWP full version and KWGT the full version, then maybe you have a friend who's interested. So I'm giving them away. Potentially there can be 20 winners here. 20 winners because I got 10 codes for here and I got 10 codes for this. So boom. Now I'm going to show you how you can do this right here in a second. But let me talk about the math prize. The math prize is just going to be one prize. And before I talk about that, let me go back to KLWP. These 10 codes for KLWP, the full version, and the 10 codes for KWGT were of no cost to me. They were provided to me from Frank. So Frank, the developer, I really appreciate it. And I'm sure all your KLWP and KWGT users will appreciate this as well. So trying to help him out promoting the app, great app, and then trying to promote my channel a little bit as a place where you can come get those tutorials. Now for the math prize, a Google Play or iTunes gift card, depending on whether you are an Android user or an iTunes or Apple user, it'll be your choice. And it'll be just one prize. This will be a gift card that I have paid for. So one prize there. I can't give away 20 gift cards. Remember, I'm just a math instructor. I'm not a multi-millionaire. But nonetheless, here we go. How can you win them? For the math folks, okay, so this says how. This should say for the math folks. Step 1, subscribe to my channel. So again, boom, subscribe. All right, that's just the first step. Second step, solve the following quadratic equation. You have to do two ways. Factor it and then get your answer there, and then also do the quadratic formula. Basically, I want you to make sure and understand if you're working with quadratics, you can factor some quadratics. You can solve all quadratics using the quadratic formula. You should get the same answer using both techniques. And then what you're going to have to do is snap a picture of it and share it with me through my website. I will talk about that in a second. Now, when you also share it with me through my website, you need to leave me your email address and your YouTube username. Because email address, I'm going to have to email you if you win, and your YouTube username, I have to make sure that you have followed step 1. Subscribe to my channel, so I will double check on that. And here's that quadratic that you need to solve using two techniques. Solve it by factoring and solve using the quadratic formula. All right, and I will show you how to submit your picture right here in a second. Let me talk about the KLWP, KWGT folks. First step, subscribe to my channel. Step number 2, make a request at my website, and please include your email and YouTube username, email address. Now make sure y'all are checking these emails because that's how I'm going to provide the unlock code for you, and then give me your YouTube username. For either group, for the math group or the KLWP group, if you do not give me your email address and your YouTube username, I can't send you the prize. I got to make sure you're following step 1. All right, so back to here. Go to my website. Here's how you submit your picture. You can also submit, this is for the math folks. You can also click here to request a math tutorial at my website, idomath.weebly.com. So click here to request a math tutorial, and then all you have to do is if you've had that picture on like Google Drive or Dropbox or something, paste that link right here so that I can access that file. And then if you want to make a request for a math video, sure, do it. I have about, I think, 3 right now that I have to make, but I'll be getting to them as time goes on. And then also make sure you leave your email address and your YouTube username. So this is for the math folks. For KLWP folks, Now remember, step 1, subscribe to the channel, and step 2, make a request. So the KLWP folks, please make your request through this one, not the math one, please. I like to keep those separated. Now right now I have about 5 of the tutorial videos to do here, but by y'all making requests for KLWP, it's actually opened my eyes up to new things for KLWP and KWGT as well. So make a request, and in this thing, when you type it in, make sure you leave your email address and your YouTube username. Now, how do you win, or how can you determine who wins? I didn't mention that. Back at the math one, the math tutorial, it's the first one I get. I'm going to give away 1 gift card, either Google Play or iTunes, and it's going to be the first one that I get where a person has solved that quadratic. Remember the quadratic right here. Solve it using 2 techniques. Take a picture of it. You can write it down on paper. Granted, you have it right, and that you have left me your email address, and you have left me your YouTube username, and you have subscribed. Boom, that's it. The first one I get right here is going to be the winner of that iTunes or Google Play gift card. For the KLWP folks, when you make your request, I'm going to do the first. Okay, here's how this works. When you make your request, like I said, leave me your username or YouTube. Leave me your email and your YouTube username. And then also, which version do you want? Do you want the KLWP Pro or do you want the KWGT Pro? So potentially here, I could have 20 different giveaways. Because I have 10 for the KLWP full version and 10 for the KWGT version. So actually, maybe I need to change my rules back here. Step number 3, make sure to include which key you want. And then once you leave me your email address, I'll be able to email you that key, and then also I'll provide some instructions on, well, as a matter of fact, I have the instructions. All right, the instructions on unlocking once you win. Here are the instructions. When you see the buy dialog, there is a down arrow just right of the price in the top right corner. This is from Frank. Pressing that will show payment methods and redeem. So you will redeem using this code that I emailed to you. And there you have it. I look forward to your requests, whether it be math or whether it be KLWP. And that's it for this video. Thanks for your support.